welcome back to a new vlog with Bri and Britt.
Yeah, I'm like, have we ever done an introduction like this?
With the Murillo twins, you guys already know what it is. And as she... Hi, say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Who are we?
I don't know.
We're the Murillo twins.
Yeah, Ito twins.
Ito twins. We wanted to talk about our incident that happened in El Salvador. We'll get to it in just a second. Before we do get started though, me and Brittany are wearing Skims tops. If you haven't noticed, look at this. Super cute. It snatches literally the waist. We also do want to mention that this video is sponsored to the one and only Skims. We both currently have Skim t-shirts. You guys already know that we have been Skims lovers since the first day that they launched. You guys, we got literally every single bra.
I ran in my cart.
Undies, and now you guys, we even have sweaters, PJs, literally you name it. This is the t-shirt. I literally love this color. This is the color Kaya Night, you guys. It literally just cinches in my waist, but it's also still stretchable. This is cotton, and I absolutely freaking love it. Look at how tight it is, you guys, but it's super comfy. And oh my god, I don't know, I feel like you can never go wrong with any t-shirt like this. I feel like
that one. I want to get this one in.
So mine is the cotton jersey in color Kyanite. Me and Brittany always wear a size small, and it literally fits so snatched, you guys. And then which one do you have on?
So I have this soft, smoothing, seamless t-shirt, and I love it. It's like, I swear Skims always has a cute basic tees.
I freaking love it. And it matches.
Yeah, and you guys, I love how it just hugs your body. Like, I don't like those t-shirts that from my hair, they just loose.
Yeah.
This is like perfect. It's very stretchable. You can breathe still. And I just, overall, I love it. Like, it gives you so much shape. This is in the color Cocoa. You can never go wrong with a brown nude color.
I feel like these t-shirts are just so in. Like, you can never go wrong with one of these, because like
you could dress it up or you could dress it down.
Like with sweats, or you can wear it with like jeans, with heels. Like, I don't know. We freaking love Skims, you guys. Click the link in the description to check out the Skims t-shirt shop. Now available in sizes extra, extra small through 4X. So when you do go onto Skims, let them know that we sent you, the Murillo twin. And when you do, select YouTube in the survey and make sure you guys choose our channel, Murillo Twins, in the drop down menu that follows. So we're gonna leave everything linked down below. That is gonna be skims.com/Murillo twins. And without further ado, we are gonna get onto the story time as to what happened to us in El Salvador. Okay, so now that we got that done, we do want to talk about everything that happened in El Salvador. If you guys haven't noticed already, we haven't posted the El Salvador vlog because our camera, me and Brittany recently got new cameras, and there's a certain button that we accidentally kept pushing without realizing that turns every video in slow-mo and it quiets it. So basically there's no audio whatsoever. So the first 2 days I did record in regular, it was just normal, and the last remaining days is just slow-mo. So I haven't posted that yet. We will though. We will get to that video because I don't want to throw it away. Yeah. The first 2 days I feel like is good enough of a long vlog.
I feel like you guys would appreciate that. At least there's 2 days that's saved.
And it's a lot. I feel like we vlogged the first 2 days more
because we started getting kind of a little drained.
Like hungover, tired. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, that's not going to go to waste. And I'm sure you guys will appreciate that for sure, those 2 days. But other than that, the rest is just, you know, went to shit, obviously. And me and Bri had so many heartbreaks with the new camera, but we fixed it. It's kind of ratchet and ghetto, but we had to glue like hella like stupid stuff on top of it.
So we don't push the button.
Yeah, so we avoid that certain button. Like, Sony, please fix that option. But we're going to get into the story time, you guys. This is a crazy one. I know Brianna had mentioned on her Instagram that something crazy happened to us. And
the last day.
The last day.
Thank God it was the last day.
The last night. And then, you know, we had to wake up and then leave home. But, okay, we're going to get into... Should we just talk about, obviously, what happened, right?
So, basically everything... Yeah, basically everything went well every single day. And then Saturday, right? Because we're going to talk about what happened with you and Ramiro.
Yeah. So, okay, so... I don't know if you guys know, but Ramiro's parents also came down. They've always wanted to visit El Salvador. Ramiro's mom has employees that are from El Salvador, so she could really want to go with you guys. And I'm like, yes, like, you know, they're very fun people. They love to turn up. They match our vibes. Like, you know, it's all lit. It's a lit time with them. So
I love them.
The last night, no, sorry. This was like the third
Saturday.
night. Okay, so
just see Saturday.
Okay. So on Saturday, you guys, we all met up with Ramiro's parents. We all stuck together the whole entire trip except this little moment that we had.
So explain where we're at.
Oh yeah, what is it even called?
So basically we went to El Tunco, which is like a beach. It's like a beach vibe where there's like a lot of clubs. It's kind of, think about it like Rosarito or like
on the beach. Like it's just literally a strip of just bars and clubs.
Yes.
And it's literally on the beach.
And we had went there Friday night, and then we went back again Saturday night because basically that's where it's lit. That's where it's in El Salvador. So we went back this day to El Salvador, and there was a special fight going on that night.
There was a fight that was going on. Ramiro, his mom, and his stepdad were watching it. So we all met up with them at that little restaurant, right? So we all just said, let's go to the club. We had already ate and everything. I'm like, let's go back to the club.
Everything was like taking so long. We wanted to just go to the club. And you guys were there first.
Yeah, so they were there first. So we all were like, okay, let's leave. But they needed to get their tab. You guys, the waiters, they were taking forever to bring out the tab. So they left, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stay here with Ramiro. You know, I just don't want to like just get up and leave. You know, I'll just stay with them. So my whole squad ends up leaving, and it's just literally, you guys, probably like 5 minutes walking to the club. 5 minutes, right? So they're just there waiting to sign the tab. We signed the tab, and I had a bikini top on. You guys, mind you, we were at the beach. So
prior to that, we went to Naui Beach, which is this resort, like pool vibes. You have to go with the bikini and everything. So that's why we were all dressed like in a bikini. But we all brought like a shirt and everything. Besides, you forgot.
No, I brought mine too. The thing is that I had left it in Mo's bag and the Biki's bag.
We took off.
Yeah, they had to off. No, you didn't take off. She left it in the van.
Oh, in the van.
She left it in our like a Uber basically. So I couldn't get a hold of my t-shirt anymore. So I'm like, damn, I'm screwed. So when we're leaving the restaurant to meet up with Bri, and it's 5 minutes, down, walking. And I told him, I'm like, babe, I really want to buy a t-shirt because I feel like so weird just walking down like with my chichis. I have big chichis, and I wanted to feel comfortable, even though we were partying on a beach. And
mind you, every other girl, like a lot of girls were in bikinis too.
Yeah, because we're partying on a beach, on the sand, right? Mm-hmm. But like it was my instinct that I knew I needed a t-shirt, right? So we're walking, and it's me, Ramiro, his mom, and his stepdad. And there was a group of guys, right? It was 3 of them. And one of them says a comment, but me and Ramiro were in the front, and the mom and the stepdad were probably like, I don't know, like
a few feet behind.
Yeah, a few feet behind.
Kind of like a distance.
Yeah, kind of like a distance. So these 3 guys, one of them says, you got some big ass titties, something like that, right? And then Ramiro heard, and he goes, what? And then I was like, babe, like, pay no mind. And then then these 2 guys walk up next to that guy, and one of them pulls out like a knife like this on Ramiro. And then Ramiro like just kind of backs up, and he goes like, I'm good, like it's good,
Because mind you, we're not with them. None of the boys are with them. Besides, it's just Brittany, Ramiro, and then his parents. But they're a little bit far back, but they can still see. But we weren't there, so obviously Ramiro has no choice but to be like, I'm good. It's like when you get robbed. Yeah. And people are like, give me your shit or you're gonna die. It's like, Ramiro's like, fuck that. I'm not trying to die here in El Salvador.
And especially because we don't know. We didn't even know if they were tourists or actually from there. And it's very dangerous. I don't know if you guys have heard. El Salvador could be a little dangerous. You just don't ever know when it's not in your country. Like, let alone even, it could happen even in your country. So we were like just kind of spooked. And I even told him, like, baby, like, please, like, leave it alone. Because Ramiro does not like for anybody to punk him or, try getting at me in front of his face. Or he feels like disrespected. Mm-hmm. So once he brought out the knife, he's like, I'm good, because who knows what else they had, So I'm like, okay, let's just start walking. I start getting kind of paranoid. I start getting anxiety. I'm like shaking. I'm like, bro, I really need a shirt right now because I want to avoid this at all costs. Finally, we get to the freaking, we meet up with them, and I'm updating Brianna and Fern and the whole squad, like, what just happened. I'm like, you guys be careful. Like, I don't even want to be here tonight. Honestly, I'm a little scared. Like, these guys that came up to them, like, with a knife, they were trying to get at me. And, like, you guys were a little shook too, right?
Yeah, I was, like, my heart started beating. I was, like, low-key scared. And mind you, at this point, because we were drinking like the whole day, we're on vacation, that's what we always do. And our friend Cristobal came, and he was just drunk, like blacked out. Like this was him at the club. Like this.
He's a new dad, so
he's a new dad. Yeah, he needed a vacation, so he was just like blacking out like every night. Like this was him the whole time, like this, like sleeping. We were like putting.
We gotta insert clips.
Yeah, like stuff on him. So like when Brittany came and told us he was asleep, and we were just kind of all spooked, like what the heck. But in the club, there's security and everything, and there was like a lot of us, like the whole squad
was there.
Yeah, there was like a lot of us. So we're like, okay, we're fine. Like let's just keep partying. Let's not let that ruin our night. So that's what happened that night. Finally, Brittany ends up getting a shirt. They want to go buy her one.
Yeah, I ended up getting a shirt.
And everything was good after that. We went home. We got home safe and everything.
Yeah. So then, last night, guys.
The last night, which is Sunday.
A Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Sunday, right? It's the very next day.
We don't go home till Monday. Keep in mind. But it's during, like, kind of in the morning, during the day, we leave on Monday. So this is our last night, which is Sunday.
And we go to the spot. It's like a centro, like
it's called Zona Rosa or something like that. Zona Rosa.
Yeah,
and there's just like a lot of bars. It's just like a strip of bars.
Yeah. So the next day, why was it that Ramiro didn't come with us?
He wanted to spend time with his parents.
Oh yeah, he wanted to go spend time with his mom and dad. They were doing something different from what we were doing. So Ramiro's like, I'm gonna join them. I'm like, okay, cool, babe. Like, and he's like, just hang out with your friends. You know, like this was your guys' trip. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we all go to. It was like we wanted a day fade, right? Mm-hmm. We wanted to go day fade. So we had a on-call driver that had like a sprinter
the whole time,
the whole entire trip, which definitely recommend. We had like a personal sprinter bus that would come and pick us up, drop us off, and we had it for the whole entire day. So we called her, she comes, she picks us up, we go to Zona Rosa, we go to this restaurant, right? So we all sit down on this long table, we order a bottle, because we wanted a day fade, we order food. I see these two guys that walk in, and like I look at them, and then I start thinking about it in my head. I'm like, dude, these guys, like just like the guys that came up to me that night, or the
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. I was like, these guys like just like the guys from yesterday. So then I tell Brianna, she's sitting right across from me, I'm like, Bri, and she's like, wow. I was like, these guys, I feel like they're the ones from yesterday, the Putin I found Ramiro. She's like, really? What the fuck? She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, dude, like, I'm pretty positive. Like, so then Amy's sitting right next to me, and she's like, I'm like, Amy, take a video of them, because I want to send it to Ramiro to make sure that it's them or not, because if it's them, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm scared. So Amy pulls out her phone, and she takes like, oh wait, hold on, rewind, sorry. So I told Brianna that first, right?
And mind you, like, I'm so fucking scared when she tells me, because I'm like, now I'm getting scared, I'm getting spooked. We're in a country that we don't know. Why are these guys following? Like, my heart starts to race really
This is
bad.
where it gets a little creepy, because they were sitting, like, mind you, where me and Bria, this is our table, they're sitting that way,
like,
right?
way far, like, tables
down. And that's when I realized, I'm like, Bri,
maybe like 6 tables away from us.
they're like chopping it up with the waitress for like 10 minutes straight, right? I noticed that the waiter moves them right next to Bri, like right behind her, like
literally
right around, and they're right next to us, right? And I told Bri, like, and Brenda starts. That's when you start tripping.
I start getting scared.
Because you're like, why the fuck did they move them right next to us? They were sitting at another table, now they're close to us, right? And I'm like, so then that's when Amy pulls out her phone and she does like a little quick video, right? Like 2 seconds. We have the video, right? It's 2 seconds. And in that video, you see the guy look kind of like at Amy, like looking, but we don't know, right? So then Bernardo notices, he tells you, right?
No, so I tell Fernando, I'm like, babe, like, I'm kind of getting scared. And he's like, why? I'm like, Brittany's saying, because we had told them the day before, like, what happened. I'm like, Brittany's saying that those guys that pulled out a knife on Ramiro is the same guys from yesterday. Like, I think these are it. And babe, I was like, they were sitting over there, and now they're sitting over here. So, and he's seen when they were sitting, because I think that's when we all started talking about it. Because
yeah,
we told Fernando and the boys when they were sitting far.
Yeah,
and then he's like, oh shit, what the fuck? But we didn't really like care until they sat behind us.
And right now, this is another little suspicion that I find really fucking weird. They ordered like a Grey Goose bottle with 2 people.
Big one. Yeah.
Just by themselves. The whole time we sat down, the bottle did not get touched, not one time, like nothing, right? So I'm like, that's so weird, because if we're all here turning up, don't you want to drink? You guys bought a bottle for what? to not touch it.
So then, yeah, like Fernando starts getting, like, we're all kind of start getting paranoid, like, what the fuck, like, what is up with these guys, you know? And then, like, Fernando's brother came on the trip with us, and he goes, they're recording us, like, loud, right? And I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm getting so freaking scared now, like, what is going on? You guys, this is Sunday, this is the last day, it's day fade, so we kind of look cute, like, we're all dressed up, we're vacation ready, like, in dresses, the girls look good, basically, and I'm just, like, getting so scared, like Aries scared, all the girls were scared, we're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So then Fernando,
mind you, during this time our friend Cristobal is passed out again like this.
He's blacked out again. And then when you text him, you know, if those are the guys, what did he say?
He said, no babe, I don't think that's them. So then I said, bro, like, you're tripping or something, like maybe you were just so spooked off of the knife situation or something, but I clearly seen, like, I seen them, and I was like, I swear it looks just like them, right? And if it wasn't them, why are they doing what they're doing to us? Like, doing all these weird things.
Yeah.
And how they started recording us.
And I feel like Brittany even told me, like, those are faces that, like, are unforgettable. Like, when something, like, traumatic happens, you're gonna, like, you know, remember.
And especially because some things like this have already happened, traumatic experiences where I get robbed and all that. And I know in my head, because I've already testified, when something crazy happens, remember details of how they look, because you're gonna need to know for later.
So Brittany was like, no, like, this is them, and they're being weird now. They're sitting
and
there.
I told you, Brie, there was one thicker one, like one chubbier one, and then one skinny one. That was literally them. Like,
that was a description.
Everything.
So I'm like, either one, Ramiro really doesn't believe it's them, or two, he's not here to see, like, if it is them, and he just doesn't want to scare us, because we just started getting scared. Like, he's like, no, like, have a good time, whatever, and we're like, hell no, like, this Brittany, we're just start getting scared, right? So then they start recording us. The boys start
and like, Ramiro knows already that we get bad anxiety, so I feel like he just didn't really want to scare us or spook us. He wanted us just to go about our day, but he didn't know the background of what they were doing. I just sent one message, all right, do you think it's them? He's like, no. And I'm like, dude, I don't think you know what they're doing to us right now. Like, they're recording us.
So then Fernando gets up. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and, like, literally, because right behind me is, like, the bathroom, like, where the guys were sitting. So Fernando's like, I'm gonna, like, walk past them and see if, like, they say something to me or, like, do something, and they didn't. And we're just like, we finally get our food, and we're like, you know what? Let's hurry up and eat our food. Like, Fernando comes back. He goes, we need to get the fuck out of here, because this guy is on the phone a lot. Like, he started being on the phone a lot.
And then remember, he was with the waiter a lot. The waiter came and sat down with them.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, like, they either gotta be from here.
I think so, because no waiter's gonna be cool with them.
They were cool with all the waiters. And we're like, what the fuck? Some shit is, like, gonna pop off soon. So Fernando comes back and he goes, we need to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, the driver's in the front. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So then,
and it just happened so sudden. We're like, all right, like, stop eating. Like, let's get up. Chris was, like, blacked up, like, hey, like, we need to pick him up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go, right? And like Brittany said, we had a driver all times, like, you know, driving us, waiting for us. They would
wait for us in the front.
So everybody gets in the car. Was the last person to get in the car. I'll, like, rush and get in the car. Tell me why when we all get up, he realizes that we're all leaving. Tell me why he gets up, rushes quick, you guys. Like, I'm not talking about, like, walking. So, like, he starts, like, how we're walking.
So we get in the bus, right? And then Mike is waiting for everybody to get in. We all get in, right? Me and Mo are sitting in the back. So we have the back window, right? So this is the bus, and me and Mo are in the back of the bus. We look, and the guy is, like, literally running at the restaurant to rent his car,
and he's on the phone, like, fast, right? We're like, that's when I start telling, like, Mike is waiting outside the van, and he is literally sprinting out fast on the phone, passes Mike, and Mike was literally like gonna do something. I'm like, Mike, stop, get in the fucking car, let's go now. Like, this is, like, literally, I was like, we're gonna get robbed, they're either gonna steal us girls and, like, do something to the men. Let's fucking go. Like, this is no time to, like, square up with the guy. Like, let's go. And then, go ahead. We all get in the car. Finally, we close the door.
We finally close the van. We're all in there. And my guy friend, Cristobal's finally waking up, right? And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, oh my God, you guys, he literally just turned on his car right now. Oh my God, like, I'm so fucking scared. Like, I'm panicking. Mind you, there's another freaking car with a guy sitting in there with his ignition turned on too. Like, and I'm like, are you guys, did they make some phone calls to call people up? And everybody, we're about to get followed right now. And I'm like, oh my God. And then my friend Crystal was like, what the fuck is going on? And we're all screaming in the car, like, and Fernando's telling the girl, písale, córrele, apúrate.
Yeah, like, hurry up, take off. Like, he's telling the driver, hurry up, push it, let's go. And she's like, what is going on?
And then, like, mind you, we had a guy driver,
her
right?
brother.
It's her brother. The guy, he was the one that was driving us the whole trip. Mama, espérate. So he was, Mama, estamos haciendo un video. So he was driving us the whole time, right? This specific day, he had his sister drive us, so she wasn't really too familiar with driving the van.
It was stick shift. She would stall sometimes, so she wasn't really like experienced. So she kind of was like, we kind of spooked her in the beginning, and when friend was starting to scream like, hey, you need to go, I'm like, babe, calm down, like, she doesn't know what is going on, you're scaring her.
I even like kind of screamed at friend. I was like, friend, stop, you're really scaring her right now, like she thinks that she's even gonna get killed by driving us or something.
Yeah,
I'm like let's calm down, everybody.
I'm like, you're scaring her, she doesn't know how to, you just like scared her, spooked her, she's not gonna know how to do it right away, because it wasn't taking off at first. So we were just so scared, you guys. We turned around, Brittany said, so our van is facing this way, and then the other car is on this side. So Brittany said, as we're taking off, that car flipped. So Brittany starts screaming. Brittany and Mo are like, they turn around, they're following us. Oh my God, you guys, like we all started like screaming, crying, like, I'm like, God, please. I start praying to God, like, please, God, I need to get back to my babies. Like, I'm getting so fucking scared at this point. Like, oh my God, like, me and Ari were just all scared.
Like, all us girls, even Fern was like, we were fucking tripping.
Scared. Even Fern, like,
I caught Amiro on my phone. I couldn't even record because I caught Amiro. I'm like, he needs to know what the fuck's going on. We're going back to the. We told our driver, go back to our resort where we're staying at our Airbnb. Go back to, because they have security in the front with guns, you guys. Like,
our Airbnb was in like a nice community, and they had gates. So it had two gates. It was, let's say this is a big community. There's a gate right here, and then you drive up the hill, and there's another little one, another little community, and you have to get past that gate. And in each gate, there's security guards with armed guns. And in Mexico, in El Salvador, all guns are like prohibited. They took that law away. So only like security have guns. So we got really interrupted because we had
storage full.
Yeah, our storage full.
And then Evie needed his iPad.
So we had to delete everything. But okay, so we leave and bring.
Oh yeah, so we were at the community. So that's how our community is, you guys. So we felt more safe going there, because I'm like, where else can we go where there's armed, securities?
And mind you guys, while we're in the car, I didn't even know, like, we were just so freaking scared. I had 911 dialed, but at this point, I'm like, is 911 even gonna work out here in El Salvador? Like, I don't think so. Like, what is, like, I was scared. Finally, there's so much commotion in the car, you guys. We're all talking shit to each other. Cristobal,
no, we're gonna talk about Chris.
Randomly wakes up and starts saying, what's going on? We tell him, he's like, then let's go confront them.
But he doesn't know the full story. He doesn't know of some guys pulling out a knife on Ramiro. He didn't even know that, because mind you, that day he fell asleep. So in the car, we're telling him, he's like, bro, why do we leave the restaurant? We're like, because we feel like we're being followed. Like, these guys are literally following us. They took pictures of us. We told him what happened at the restaurant, right? He's like, so then why not confront them? Let's go confront them. And I'm like, Cristobal, I don't think you know what the fuck is going on. Like, why would we go confront them? Like, obviously, like, they know some shit. Like, they have people coming after us. Like, there's literally 2 cars following us. So I'm like, why would we do that? And
Ari is just going off.
Ari is his baby mama, you guys. Which is our best friend. She's popping off because she's like, Cristobal, are you so stupid? Like, we have a kid. What are you talking about? Why would we go confront them? And we're like, you guys, please, everybody calm down. Like, we just need to relax. And we all kind of started getting on Cristobal because he was just saying the most dumbest things, because, mind you, he's still halfway drunk and he just woke up. And finally, you guys, we end up telling, he didn't even know that some guys pulled a knife on him. The whole time we were thinking that he knew everything and that he was still just trying to be ballsy,
because we were just in the moment, like, we're over here thinking that he knew everything that has happened, like, even from yesterday. We completely forgot. He was blacked out. So like, Chris, what are you not understanding? That's the same guy that took out a knife on Amiro. And he's like, what knife? And we're like, and then it came to our head, like, oh my God, freaking Chris doesn't know nothing. He's over here talking about, let's confront them, because he wants to have a good night. This was actually Cristobal's trip, you guys. He chose El Salvador.
His dream trip that he always wanted to come to, because he likes the freaking president and shit.
Yeah, so we're like, so he's like, he didn't want the night to be ruined, so he's like, let's go confront them, and we'll fight them if we need to. Like, Chris, it's bigger than this. He was calling people that he's following us. Something is going on. The girls, and then Fernando starts kind of going off from him, like,
Cristobal, no, the girls, they might get fucking robbed. Like, they might try to, what is it called? Sex trafficking. Like, they might want to do that to them. Like, stop. So we all got on Chris. We're all arguing. We're still looking back to see if they're following them, which are our hearts just pounding. The girls, like, trying to get out of here. We're slowly.
It was like 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah, the girl is slowly trying to explain. We're trying to explain to the girl what is going on. She's just like, oh my God, like, she's scared out of her mind too. And me and Mo are being the lookouts because we're in back of the van with the thing. Finally, you guys, I want to see.
My heart is just beating. I'm like down here crying, you guys. I'm at this point, I'm like, we're gonna die. Like, my mom's gonna have to take care of the kids. Like, I'm starting to think that.
And you guys, mind you, at the time we don't know nothing what the guys were doing. I didn't come until we got in the van. So I'm like trying to talk to them, on the phone and to update what just happened, what's going on, that we're being followed. But at the same time, I'm trying to be a lookout. I don't want to, like, stop looking at them. So I give the phone to a friend and I'm like, here, friend, you literally tell me what the fuck's going on. So them two are talking. Finally, you guys, like 5 minutes before we even get to the community, I don't see them anymore. They're like gone. And I told Mo, are you like, and it's nighttime. So I'm like, am I tripping? It's dark. I don't know. Like, all I see is flashing lights.
At this time, it's like 6-7 p.m. So the time kind of.
The sun already went down.
Yeah, the sun went down.
So I'm like, I told Mom, like, Vicky, like I don't see them anymore. Like, do you? And she's like, I don't really see them anymore either, but I don't know. I'm like, yeah, we can't be like too sure because we were like kind of spooked. So at this time, like, we didn't know for sure if we lost them for good, if where they were after, we're still following us. But from what I seen, they were kind of like not in back of us anymore. So I felt like that made me feel a little bit better. But I wasn't gonna feel better until we pull up to inside the gate. We finally pull up in the gate, you guys, and Fernando. We put the windows down and Fernando was telling the security guards what's going on. And Fernando was like, please, like, don't let nobody, like, obviously in that community, you cannot get in unless you have a stay there, right?
I think we were the only Airbnb in that community. I think everybody else owned their house.
Lived there, huh? So they knew everybody,
yeah.
So then they're like, no, like, we're gonna be, like, we're checking. Like, they were already ready because they were even pulling out their arms.
They were scared too.
Yeah, like, they were pulling out their stuff. Like, they were ready because we're being followed, right? So finally we get into the second one too. We update them too. They're like on walkie-talkies. Like, they're literally like helping
They're trying to protect us.
They're helping us get to our house. We get inside the house and we like literally lock all the doors, everything, right? So at this point, we
decided to not go out anymore. Like, we're not gonna. It's the last night anyways. It's fine. Like, we don't care to go out. Like, we just want to be safe.
Every night we were already partying outside of the Airbnb. I'm like, you guys, fuck it. Like, we'll call it a day here. We'll turn up here at the house. It's better to be safe, and we feel safe because, the gated community and the armed security. So I know, like, some of the guys were like, oh, like, let's go out. We're like, no, you guys, like, we cannot. Like, we're not risking our lives anymore. We're gonna stay here. So we all just decided to turn up at the house. We're still spooked, you guys. Like, some of us are not even, like, we can't even really drink anymore because of, like, how much anxiety we had. And
I didn't even want to drink anymore after that.
Yeah, me either.
I was so scared, you guys. Like, I called my mom. I told her everything. She was so scared for us. Like, I literally couldn't. We all were just so scared. We couldn't even, like, think or talk about anything besides what happened. We're like, we just want to go home already. We were, like, wishing that we were on the flight already. That's how bad it was.
You guys, so I forgot to mention, like, when we were getting to the Airbnb, Ramiro's like, I'm gonna meet you guys to go get you guys. Like, so he even walked barefoot to come first, but we finally get there. Ramiro didn't even end up meeting up his mom anymore. He's like, it's done. I'm not even going with you guys anymore. Like, everybody's scared right now. Anyways, Ramiro didn't end up going with his mom or his stepdad. He called them and told them what was going on with this, and he even showed them the video, and they're like, no, it's not them. They also said it wasn't them, but I'm like, who could it have been then? Like, if it wasn't them, like, why were they doing all of this stuff to us?
Why did they follow us? Why did they move tables? Why did they record us? Why did he follow us outside and drive his car?
Why was he making phone calls? Why did he not drink his Grey Goose bottle? Why, like, everything, right? So, you guys, while we're all, like, in the living room, we all just were being, emotional support buddies to each other. We're all in there. We hear a bang, 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 like that. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, oh my God,
we all checked. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die. They're gonna shoot us up, or they're gonna make the boys give us up. They're probably gonna. Fernando was like, oh my God, Fernando was like, I was so scared. I thought that they were gonna, like, put a gun to our heads, like the guys, and
you guys in front of us, and he was like, that would have been like, that would have killed me knowing like they were, but he was so scared. Like, no, in my head, this is what I pictured while I'm sitting down on the couch. I'm like, I pictured myself on the couch bloody like this. Like, I swear to God, like, I real life pictured like my whole, like my brain, everything's like, I don't know, like out. It's funny now, but at the time, you guys, I swear this is something like terrible. I'd never in my life want to experience this that we did, like ever in my whole entire life. It was beyond scary. I can't even describe it. I can't even explain how we felt in that moment. Yeah, so you guys, you know, all the boys go up to the door. They're not opening up the door. Mind you, thought this man goes, like, he starts in a very deep, like, voice, starts, like, cussing at them in Spanish, like, abre la pinche puerta, like, something like that, right? But, like, crazy. We start getting, oh my God, I was scared. Oh my God. And, like, the boys were not playing, like, Fern, I mean, all of them were like, what the, like, fuck that. It was Andre, Jonathan, Chris. They were all of them, like, everybody was ready, and I was like, oh my God, you guys, like, oh my God, like, this is it, like, oh my God. So, you guys, they end up laughing, and it turns out that it's Ramiro's stepdad, like, saying they came to visit us. They came to visit us and bring us, like, a freaking hella pupusas. And Ramiro literally got mad. He went off on his, like, don't scare us like that. Because they don't know, like, the panic that we went through. It was kind of like a quick update that Ramiro gave them. It wasn't even, like, too in-depth. So they don't know, like, how the severity of it. Yeah, like, it was, like, they didn't know that. So, like, yeah, like, it was just, like, you guys, after that, we wanted just to go home already. Like, the next day, we packed our stuff. We literally left. But that shit was scary. It was crazy. Imagine if they did follow us all the way. We feel like they kind of gave up towards the end because they thought that we were going to stay at the restaurant to turn up a long time. But we ended up leaving right as soon as we knew. We left. So I feel like it didn't give, like, their hitman or whatever, their hitmans enough time to get to us. Because I think they thought since it was a lot of us, we had bought bottles, we still barely had gotten our food. I think they thought that we were going to be there, like, maybe another hour, maybe another hour or two, like, turning up. But Fern right away was like, let's get the fuck up right now and let's leave. So it didn't, like Brittany said, it didn't give them enough time. I think this is what I believe is that they've seen a lot of pretty girls, regardless if it was the same guys from the day before, from yesterday, or they were new guys. They had something planned towards us because they've seen a lot of us girls, and I think that they were trying to pick us and send us out to, like, Colombia, somewhere exotic, where, because we're, you know, like, we're pretty, like, the, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys would be like, oh yep, this is them, like, we want them, you know what I mean, like, or they were trying to hold us for ransom. Because these guys, I bet you it was for the first one. They wanted. Weird as fuck that they were making so many phone calls, and as soon as we leave, he runs to his car. Mind you, there's another guy in the car waiting too. So, oh my God, just very scary, you guys. Imagine that, like, picture yourself being in the position that we did. It was a hot mess. I was scared for my life, like, literally. We all were terrified. I think that's one of, like, my crazy experiences out the country traveling. We've never gone through something like that, huh? Never. I mean, we go to Rosarito and we've gotten pulled over and crazy shit, but nothing like this one. Yeah, I know Brittany got robbed at gunpoint, so that was very scary for her. Oh yeah, well, this one was here, but, like, out the country, like, I didn't expect that, like, you know. But yeah, I have got, that was a very traumatic experience for me. That was another time where I thought I was gonna be like this in the car with blood splattered everywhere. I was just thinking that, but all I could think about was the kids. I was like, oh my God, like, me and Brittany, we were so scared. Like, I was like, oh my God, at least I'm here with Fern, Ramiro, Brittany, and Mo. Like, Ramiro wasn't even with us, and I was like, I'm gonna be gone, and this is maybe God needed him alive still, and we needed to be out the picture, and, you know, he fucking survived. He got saved through this whole trip, except us. Like, oh my God, so scary. But like, I don't know, you guys, like, let us know down below what you guys think. Like, was it the same guys? Was it not? Like, Fernando was really scared because he thought that if it was the same guys that Ramiro encountered with the knife, he was telling Ramiro, do you think they were from the U.S. or were they from here? Because if they were from the U.S., we got this. Like, it's a lot of us. It's probably they're just them. Whatever. But Fernando's like, if they're from El Salvador, we're fucked because they got homies, they got connects, like, they can hit up anybody. Like, you know, we don't know anything in El Salvador. But one thing Ramiro told Brittany was, like, Fernando's smart for getting everybody up out of there quick, because we would have still stayed. when I was talking to Ramiro that night, I went to the room. You guys, that day, I fell asleep. I told Ramiro, I don't want to be out there turning up. I want to go straight to the room and go to sleep. I was so spooked. And me and Ramiro were talking about it, and he goes, one thing, Fernando, I'm proud that he left. He took you guys and left. Shit would have gone it would have went way left if we would have stayed. Like,
until this day, I think about, like,
if we would have stayed,
if we would have stayed, give them enough time to do everything, plan everything, what would have happened to us? Till this day, I don't know what their motive was, what they wanted from us, what their plan was, but I'm glad. And I thank God, like, to this day, like, thank you, God, for getting us out of that. Thank you, God, for getting us home safe.
I think us, like, you know, being alert and aware of our surroundings, we all came together, and that was, like, teamwork. Because imagine if we were all nonchalant getting drunk.
Like Chris.
And then we would have just been fucking dead by now, you know? But, like, no, I'm glad that we all survived this trip. And you guys, please, this is, like... just to spread awareness, always make sure of your surroundings.
Make sure you're in a large group.
Make sure there's always someone at least aware. Like, if you guys want to turn up, that's fine. But make sure you're still aware of what's going on. Don't be too drunk. Make sure there's always that one person in the squad that's alert and not too drunk, and that can, like, help out a situation. Because...
And I also want to say, like, this can happen in any country. Even here in the U.S., you guys, it happens everywhere. So don't be alarmed or, like, scared to go out to El Salvador. Besides that, you guys, the trip was beautiful. Amazing. A beautiful trip. Like, I freaking loved it. Like, you know, despite that happening, like, that trip was beautiful. I freaking loved it. Like, I mean, I don't know if I would go back again because I'm really traumatized.
I recommend it, but
just be careful.
Be careful, and like I said, it can happen anywhere. Like, it happened. Like, look at what happened to the guys in TJ. Like, I got freaking. It was armed robbery, guns to my head here in the United States. So, like, we loved it.
I think it just happened to us.
It was a 9 out of 10 just from that little incident that knocked down a point. But other than that, it was perfect. We loved the trip, and I mean, we just gotta keep going, and just God has to be right. Just praying. We gotta just have God by our side. God was really on this.
I was praying, you guys. My heart was beating. I think I feel like that's why I've been getting anxiety a lot, because if that day was so traumatic.
No, yeah,
my heart was excited. I can't breathe. I'm getting so scared.
I feel like when you do go through something traumatic, like my airplane experience.
Yeah.
After that, I wasn't the same. Like, when you go through something like that, it just starts hitting you. Like, it's a disorder that just keeps coming to you. You know. But yeah, I mean, it's all.
Sorry, guys. We needed to be very detailed as to our thoughts, every little thing that happened.
Even
so you guys
our theories,
our
theories of what we think,
happened, or what we think would have happened. But thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys for still being here. If you made it all the way to the end, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.